Hello and welcome everybody, this is your host Learbach, and you're just in time for more Kingdom Hearts 2. In the last episode, we did the going mission, Sunlight Storm, and opened up the Pride Lands. In this episode, we're going to be entering it. But before we do, a little bit of a disclaimer. If you plan on leveling up your drive form, this is not the world to do it in. In this world, because of the form you take in this world, much like with Halloween Town. Much like with Halloween Town, you change form, but unlike Halloween Town, you take a bit of a different form, and for some reason, the programmers felt too lazy to get that form a drive, its own drive models and forms and abilities. So yeah. It also sucks that this is also my favorite world from my favorite Disney movie. So yeah, let's go in. We are in a canyon. It's pretty quiet. It's a little too quiet. Hey look! There's baby Simba! And the rocks. Oh wow, those rocks. Oh no. This is just like in the movie. Actually, I think it's pretty good. It's pretty decent how close they got to the movie though with this one. I don't know, I guess it's easier to animate animals than it is to animate people. Which I guess it makes sense. It makes sense, I guess, bigger, like, with humans, it's, we got smaller facial features. It's part of the reason why you see a lot of animation as exaggerated as it is. Bigger eyes, bigger facial features, like bigger noses, ears, and stuff. It's easier. You want to be able to show all that. And there goes Darth Vader, James Earl Jones, Mufasa, that guy from Field of Dreams. Yeah, those are the only two movies I know James Earl Jones from. That's all I can think of. So we have an adult Simba, whom we met in the last game. And is that cloud shaped like a lion? I mean, we're really coming late into the movie in this one. So yeah, here we are in the Pride Land, the world based off of the Lion King franchise, or at least the first movie. Because the second and third movie.
Hey, check us out.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, yeah, this does have two movies. The second movie was okay. The third movie was basically
creepy though.
Actually, the third movie wasn't too bad, and I know a lot of people would probably disagree with me on that, but in a way, it worked. Because the Lion King is basically Hamlet. It's based heavily off of Hamlet, or at least there's a lot of similarity between them. And I think Lion King 1.5 is based off of a play that was based off of Hamlet. I'm trying to think of what it's called now. What the actual play is called, and it works in that sense. I'm trying to think, because the whole thing is like the play itself that was a spin-off of Hamlet. It was based off of two side characters, and like everything in the background going on was Hamlet. All these two guys are basically just talking and shooting the breeze.
I don't know what that was about, but I'm glad it's over. Everything's
So yeah,
hard
in
enough
this
for
world,
legs.
okay, for Donald it makes sense that he'd be a bird-like creature, even though he probably should be more of a duck shape than whatever animal that is. And Goofy is a turtle. Isn't Goofy a dog? I mean, I know why he's a turtle, because he's a defender type character, and that's supposed to represent his shell. But still, you could have given him. Donald gets his weapon. I mean, he's holding it in his feet. But yeah, either way. So yeah, this is the reason why we can't go into dry form. We have lion form, which right here is actually its own form. So as lion form, we have the same abilities we have as before, and a few more. We got air combo. Let me look on here. Do I have combo there? Let me. No, I don't. Okay, so yeah, that's exclusive to this form. So yeah, these four are exclusive to this form, or at least one of them is. One of each is. Excuse me. These are all exclusive to lion form, and we'll also be getting more forms later on. Real quick, one thing I didn't do last episode, I meant to do this. Go through this stuff real quick. We got all the treasures, got all the maps. You go in the album. Merry Halloween. Sandy Claus. Oogie's back. Should be the third time he came back. At least if canon is theory. If my theory is canon, excuse me. And Santa Jack. There's the story. And new characters of Jack Skellington got a costume change. That's it. We have the the skateboard for Santa's workshop. Story, there we go for that. Anything else new? Oh yeah, Donald and Fantasia, okay. Excuse me. So here we have the proper, whoops. This game would have been better on a mouse and keyboard. Yeah. Actually, no, I think it would be better on a controller. But the mouse and keyboard would have helped for the menu. Got Sora, Donald, and Goofy taking their new forms. And now we also have 3 hyenas. Shinzi, Banzai, and Ed, all from The Lion King. Shinzi's the smart one, voiced by Whoopi Goldberg. Though I think she's voiced by an imitator in this one. I don't know the actual guy's name, the actor's name. Banzai is the second in command, and Ed is the one that's voiced by Jim Cummings. Oh, I'd say voice, except it's clear that Jim Cummings decided to just laugh the entire time. Ed's the reason why hyenas are called laughing hyenas. Trying to remember in the Timon and Pumbaa series, they had a few episodes with the 3 of them in it, the 3 of them as the main characters. It actually ended up being quite funny, quite hilarious. I know one episode at least they're trying to get lunch, and they run into a rocket ship excuse me, spoiler right there. They run into a button that said launch, but they read it as lunch, and they push it and launches a rocket ship. I don't remember what happens after that, but I think the rest of the episode is at least pretty funny. And here we are defending a lioness. That kind of seems counterculture right there. It's for lions anyway. Here we have some new Heartless. These are exclusive to the Pride Land, I believe. I do not think we will run into them ever again, even in tournaments. I could be wrong on that. Yeah. There's also a boss in here that we'll fight. I think it's on our second journey, trip. We'll be fighting an enemy that's like probably one of the coolest heartless bosses in the game. But that's gonna be for our second journey. Yeah.
Definitely heartless.
Thank you. You really saved me.
We're just glad you're okay.
Did you see any other heartless around here?
Heartless? Is that what they're called? I'm not sure if there are any others. I don't usually hunt outside the Pride Lands.
Excuse me.
Hey, do you know if a guy named
I'm
Riku
gonna
is
be
there?
yawning a lot
Or some bad guys
in this video and
Or maybe
possibly
this really
some
big
others.
bull
I've had a
like
bit of
me.
a rough day today, so.
Oh well, you might as well go take a look anyway.
Oh yeah. I just remembered.
Pride Lands are dangerous.
Yeah, I'll say that
Some
for when we
hyenas
get to
have
that
made
part.
things unbearable for everyone. There's
Trust me,
no
you'll
food
love it.
left.
You'll love
We've driven off the prey. We're about to
We'll get
starve.
to that part
We can handle a little
sort of
danger.
soonish. We'll get to it by the end of
You
this
saw us beat those
world.
heartless, didn't you?
I guess you're right. You could be just what the kingdom needs. Maybe you can help us.
You mean take on this Scar guy and all those hyenas?
He took over when our last king, Mufasa, died.
I heard a joke.
So you're saying
I can't remember where I
this guy's
heard
your
this
king?
from. I was watching something about
You want
mine.
us to
Oh,
take down your king?
Honest Trailers made a
Wait just a
joke
minute.
about Scar's name. It's either the most.
can't
It's
just go
either the.
around knocking
It's
kings off their
either the
thrones.
most.
Then again,
It's either the most
if that's stronger than theirs,
contrived name
maybe they'll ask
or
me to be their next king.
a very mean-spirited nickname.
I'd have to refuse, of course. Still, I'd like to
Man,
see
I'm
the
gonna go
Pride
with
Lands,
this probably a
so
very
you guys don't
mean-spirited
mind lending
nickname,
me
and
a
that's
paw,
why
do you?
he's so hate-filled towards Mufasa.
She's
Then
gonna
he,
go on and
then
tell
you
the other
know,
lionesses.
he's voiced by
We're supposed to meet her at a place
Jeremy
called Black
Irons.
Rock.
Anyone voice any character that's voiced by Jeremy Irons would have to be evil. Actually, I'm not sure what else Jeremy Irons is in aside from this movie and Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of his performance in that movie. That's the best. That's the best I can do about that. For those of you who've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you who haven't, I recommend watching it, but be prepared for a comedy that's not supposed to be. Prepare for an unintentional comedy. Let's put it that way. It's one of those really bad movies, and if you're a fan of this of the Dungeons and Dragons universe, yeah, this is non-canon. Just keep saying that to yourself. It doesn't exist. It can't hurt you. Just laugh. Just laugh with everyone else. Oh, yeah, I forgot I put Magnet there. So yeah, one thing I should mention, right there, I was showing off Matt, PSI Magnet. Sorry, I can't help myself. For those of you who don't get the reference, Earthbound. And in Smash Brothers, it would be called PK Magnet for whatever reason. If you still don't know what I'm talking about, seriously, go play Smash Brothers at the very least. Or you can download it, or if you own a copy of Smash Bros. And assuming a Wii U, you could buy Earthbound for like $10. if you own a Wii U, you could buy Earthbound for like $10. It's like nothing. It's like nothing compared to what you have to pay for Smash Bros. To get the reference. And hey, you'd be getting a game that, oh, okay, maybe not as long as a game. I mean, it's freaking Smash Bros. We're talking about here. But yeah, anyway, so what Magnet does is it pulls enemies close and deals damage to them. One thing that's really neat about it is later on as you upgrade it, your different forms have different poses for it. And the hidden form you get that I've been talking a lot about will actually stand. If you're standing, it will actually stand and cast while Magnet is cast the entire time. Like, it lasts about that long. The Magnega lasts about that long. However, if you're in the air when you cast it, it's basically like that, and you can start attacking and deal even more damage, finishing off, those hard to kill enemies. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I like it. It's way OP. It's way overpowered. Kind of like a... Oh, I'm trying to think. There's one move in Birth by Sleep that I really liked because it was OP. Not the only thing about that game I really did like. Aside from character designs and everything, and being able to explore, the fact that almost every world you explored was unique, except for Neverland and Olympus Coliseum. So you got to explore more than just the Coliseum though in Birth by Sleep. You got to explore a little bit of what looked like a town, even though it was maybe 2 or 3 rooms. Not even as big as. This is by far the biggest area we will see in the game. Is this whole field. And yeah, it is way too big. Anyway, we want to go this way. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we need to head to Pride Rock to talk to Nala. Actually, I just realized I didn't go through character bio for her. Yeah, well. Like, I've been keeping up with those on a regular basis.
That's him.
What?
And there's good old Rafiki. If he ain't a lovable stereotype, I don't know what is. He's shaking his head, so. Oh. No.
What is
Never
it?
mind.
I told Rafiki you might be able to help us force Scar and the hyenas out of the Pride Lands. But he says it won't work. You see, whoever saves the Pride Lands will be our next king. And he has to have the right qualities.
Meaning?
Well, I think she means you're not cut out for the job, Sora.
To be fair, I agree.
I'm sorry you came all this way.
As much as I like Sora, he's not a
You
leader.
better go before Scar finds out.
Though we do know someone who's a leader, and he happens to have a lion crest on him. I wonder if he. Nah. I doubt he'd be able. I doubt Leon would leave leave Hollow Bastion. So yeah, real quick before I end the episode off, I do want to mention one thing. I don't believe we can go to where we need to yet, but because of plot reasons. But up here, if we keep going up, we'll be able to enter the cave, the Pride Lands cave. I can't remember I think it's called the Den or something. But there's another room attached to that takes you way up to the top of the Pride Rock. Right there, you'll find a bunch of rapid thrusters to fight. I mean, a bunch. It looks like in every minigame that involves them, you have the flurries of them at the top, and it says you need to survive. It looks like that. With enough patience, you can grind them up there for experience, or the thunder shards, or instead of the low level ones I was mentioning. Shards, thunder shards, yeah. Especially stuff like the Lucky Ring and Lucky equipped to your characters. Yeah, it definitely helps out a lot. But yeah, I think I think we're gonna go ahead and end the episode off here for now. So the next episode will be, no, I'm not sure what we're gonna be doing. We can't really save the Pride Land because like who'd control it afterwards, and well, you know, I mean, we could try to find another lion to help. Yeah. But until then, I'll see you guys later.